Hey, Monkey community. Hope everyone had a great day. Looking at the project, market cap's at 346,000. Again, continuing that trend that we've seen over the last couple months of trading sideways. Great time to accumulate if you are a believer. And I know a lot of you are. And so hang in there. Things are looking good, in my opinion. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about another point in the bull case for Monkey. A few days ago, I posted sort of a overview with a number of bullet points, and one of them is related to the Mindshare and the fact that Monkey's a well-known project on X. So I want to talk about that a little bit. The Mindshare on X is very high for Monkey. The core group has been working hard for the last almost 6 months in getting our name out there and interacting with folks, and we've had a lot of good interactions, and I think everybody on CT knows about Monkey, which is key, and I'll kind of explain why. And this takes time to build. You can't do this overnight. Some things go viral, and a lot of people hear about it, but then it goes quickly. And I think the difference there is that with all this history that we've talked about before in the coin, all of this, and the time it takes to build up that reputation is very important and has a lot of value. So you can't buy this type of history. This takes time. There's no other way to get it other than time, in my opinion, because over time you can change people's perceptions little by little. And I think that's what we've done with Monkey. We have so many people working our bags, having good interactions, getting good comments, and that's not something that you can do in a week typically, right? You can kind of manufacture it, but again, Monkey's organic and not manufactured. It's just happening on its own. It started off as a sort of a meme, and it turned into a cult, right? And the community makes it a cult, right? We decide if it's a cult or not. We act like it's a cult. We hold like it's a cult. And so I think that's important that we have this history, and that has helped us build up this great mind share, this great reputation. And if you recall, is maybe a couple months ago, I think Bryce or someone mentioned that Mitch had talked about Monkey on a stream, and we actually had a clip that we posted, or someone posted, and on X, and he said Monkey's got one of the top communities full of bag workers on Solana, and he said he thinks we'll get back to the all-time high, and as part of that reasoning is because of the community, and so that's just an example of how the hard work does pay off, and you have folks like Mitch sitting and waiting. I think he's holding still, and and once we have that catalyst and have that spark that sets us off, someone like Mitch could say, "Yep, just like we thought, Monkey's running," or something like that, right? Because he knows he's talked about it. It's essentially one of his soft calls, right? Where he's talked about Monkey and the potential there. So I think having folks like Mitch and others, and even others who haven't even said anything, who have seen Monkey, seen how we work, we've shielded them. Um, I think having those folks aware of Monkey is huge. And I'll talk about the influencer separately, but just having almost everybody, in my opinion, has seen something about Monkey. We've been on the Pump Fund banner multiple times. We've had interactions with Alon where he's saying Monkey, and so on and so forth. And again, this has value. This isn't something that you can just pull out of thin air. And that's why I think Monkey's going to have a sustained run because of this, among other things, that we have folks that are going to come out of the woodwork and start buying Monkey, in my opinion. And they know once we hit, you know, a million, I think Spliffin was saying something about that. Others have said, when we hit that 3 to 5 million range, then we're really going to send, because we're going to have all these folks that have this kind of pent up demand, and they're going to start coming, and we're going to see some big green candles, in my opinion. So the community itself on X continues to grow. It's up to over 2,600 here, which is a great sign, and it's gone up quite a bit in the last few days. And so this is also bullish that the community is not dying. We're still working and growing. All right, let's look at the news here. So if we look at what's happening today, Bryce mentioned this. Cooker posted here. So like, when y'all think we're going to get another animal runner? And you often see posts like this, and this is just another reason why I'm so bullish on Monkey. Monkey's a pure animal play, and it doesn't take a genius to see what the narrative is. It's a cute monkey. Everyone loves monkeys. Monkeys are all over social media doing funny things, and people in general like monkeys. And in the meme space, people have a special place for animal runners. So you'll see posts like this all the time where people are like, "We need another animal runner. What's the next animal runner?" And other types of coins run, like viral memes and other things like that. But the animals have a special place in everyone's heart because they truly do run. And when people think back on the golden age of the last cycle or whatever it is, people inevitably talk about the animals and how they run. So I like this post, and we did a lot of good interaction with it, because I think monkey is the perfect setup for an animal runner, because we have that history, because we have that mind share, because we have the strong community, because that community translates to strong base of holders that'll help us get past that escape velocity that Murat talks about. So I think we've got all the pieces in place to be a huge animal runner. And obviously I'm a monkey shill, right? But I just truly believe it. So good post here by Cooker, and thanks to Bryce for pointing that out. Andy Lean says here, community stays through bull, bear, and total chaos. And I think monkey's been through it all, right? And I've said it before, and I think a lot of the community feels that we've bottomed out here pretty much. I mean, we're staying in this range. It doesn't seem like we're going much lower, and we're ready to break out. And this is the type of chart that you bid. And I can't imagine someone right now stumbling on Monkey at this market cap, right? Most of us have been buying the whole time, which is great. But if someone comes in right now, I mean, you can get a 1% bag for cheap. You may as well get a 2% bag. Just buy it and hold it and help us shill. It's a great spot to be in right now. And I think we've been through bull, bear, total chaos, but the big bull run for Monkey is coming soon, in my opinion. TMH here, longtime Monkey supporter and holder, has the suggested pump fun banner, and it includes Monkey here. So shout out to TMH for including Monkey. And that would be great if Pump Fun updated their banner. I think their banner right now is nothing. Let's see. Yeah, they don't have anything right now. So hopefully they update it in time for the holidays. That would be a good move, and we'd like that, especially if it includes Monkey here. Nonzi says bullish. JD Vance just said we fired Gary Gensler and we're coming for everyone who stands against Bitcoin. This is insane. And so this is just another piece of evidence of the pro crypto stance that the Trump administration is taking. That's why I agree with others. Uh, Kathy Wood and CZ, I think, have said we're going to have some kind of super cycle. It's going to, the 4-year cycle is broken. And so I do think we're going to have that, and we're on the cusp of that over the next 3 years. And this is just another example of the vice president saying it, and he theoretically could be the next president as well, right? So this is extremely bullish for our bags, for our meme coins, for Monkey. Bitcoin Archive points out here the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates by 25 basis points. And so this was as expected, but this is bullish for the markets overall. Although, if you look at it, this might have been sort of a sell the news. I don't know what time that was announced, but this might have been a sell the news event where everything was built in and we had a nice little run up the last couple of days, and then it dumped a little bit after that. But overall, I mean, if you just zoom out, extremely bullish for crypto with all the stuff that's going on with the regulatory and kind of the structural things with the banks. So I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin and crypto overall. But memes were also down pretty bad, kind of following that same path that Bitcoin did. And so Monkey, as always lately, just seems to hold up nice and strong. Low volume. We need to get that volume up, which will happen once we get that catalyst, which we are all searching for and waiting for. So don't forget to follow the main Monkey account, monkey soul underscore, and interact with the content there and push it. And don't forget to keep on chilling. And great work out there. I just want to emphasize that the hard work of the community is not in vain. We've got this nice Mindshare, this great reputation, which is going to help and is definitely one of the pieces to the puzzle for a sustained run is having the strong Mindshare where we're well known and people know us because that turns into buyers. Easier to convert those people that are watching it into buyers if they've already heard about Monkey. They know we have a strong community. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow.